Welcome to Girlies vs. TBR. I'm Alyssa.
I'm Mari.
And today we have a summer reading recommendation. So summery books that are best read during the summer. However, we are in New England and the weather is shit.
Yeah.
I feel like it hasn't been sunny at all, but we're trying to get into the summer mood. It's like gloomy outside, so if the lighting changes during this video, like that's probably why.
The weather is weird too. We didn't know what to wear.
Yes.
Okay, it's humid.
Yes,
it's rainy. But like it's hot.
I don't know. It's so gross outside. If you live anywhere in New England, I think you would understand. It also rains every single weekend right now. Yeah. Like whenever it's the weekend, it rains.
But last week it was all sunny.
Yeah.
During the weekdays.
Yeah, when we work.
So much fun to be a full-timer while trying to make some videos.
Yeah.
It's great.
This is a very summery, sunny video. Just pretend, okay?
The sun.
Pretend it's not gloomy outside. We're going to give you some recommendations to start off your summer reads. Mm-hmm. So my first recommendation is going to be Done and Dusted. Because when is a better time to get into a cowboy romance than summer?
Lila Sage.
Yeah.
She's so good.
Cowboys and summer just go together. And this is a good short read too. And I would say it's a good one if you are like going to the beach or something or going on a trip. Mm-hmm. Like, because it is shorter and it's fun. So I would definitely say like this is a great recommendation to kick off your summer reading. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. Keeping it short and sweet.
Wow.
Short and sweet. You guys already know how much we love Lila anyway. I think we've talked about Done Dust like so many times.
We have.
5 stars.
I'm gonna do like summer-ween. Rex horror is pretty good in summer. Like a lot of people tend to read horror
I don't know what it is about it, but
I don't know either. Yeah. And I'm gonna start off with one of my favorite ones. It's Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia. This one's set in the 1950s Mexico. What I love about this one is it's giving Jane Eyre isolated mansion. She's trying to go save her cousin because she hasn't heard from her. You know, she's my cousin. I have to go. You know, we love our cousins out there. Yeah. I haven't heard from her. This is sus. I'ma go. She arrives and she's like, okay, my cousin. Where's my cousin? Yeah. I need my cousin. The whole family that lives in that estate is weird. My favorite thing about her writing in particular is her combining Mexico history with the fiction. She does it really, really well. Mm-hmm. It's seamless. Like you get actual history in this, but it's a fictional story. Okay. And so if you like the gloomy Gothic tale, this is definitely highly recommended from me.
I feel like a spooky mansion is perfect for summer, actually.
Yeah, anything. Yeah. I have quite a bit of like spooky house recs in this. Yeah, this one is spooky house. There is some love interest in here, so if you need a little bit of a love interest, this one is good. I just love anything Gothic. Yeah. That is my jam.
I feel like Gothic, like, fantasy or Gothic horror is very, like, summer. I think what it is maybe, like, when you would tell spooky tales around the fire. Ooh, like, I think it is that. And maybe that's why people are kind of drawn to, like, horror and mystery stories during summer, too. Because it's, like, that kind of vibe, you know?
It's, like, summer camp spooky story type of thing.
Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe it is, yeah. Warning, that one does have a little bit of gore in it. So if you don't like blood or you get queasy with blood, it's, like, a typical horror element to it. Yeah. But it's not a lot. Like, it's towards the end and it's just a little bit. So if you're not, like, too worried about it, then I would go ahead and read it, but just wanted to put that out
I feel like if you're reading horror,
you expect
like I would expect a little bit of a gore kind of thing. Yeah. Next I have, again, Cowboys for Summer. Flawless. The whole Chestnut Spring series by Elsie Silver. These are like a little bit longer than Lila Sage, Done and Dusted and all of that, but I would say they're still like a very good read for summer, even though they are a little bit longer. And it's also just, like, the small town aspect of it.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like
So
small town and summer just goes together so well. And this one, he's a bull rider. Yeah, and her banter is just good. It's just, like, a good, easy summer read.
I love the banter.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like going on vacation. You go maybe to a small town
Yeah.
by the coast or something.
Exactly.
Small town.
These are so good.
And
I'm going to read Hopeless soon.
I hope. I hope.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I just finished my last physical, the book I was physically reading last night. And so now I have nowhere else to go, so I think I'm going to do Hopeless.
Please, because
I know.
I've been trying to
I know.
read that one for so long.
I know.
You can't stop now, Alyssa, please.
I know. I have 2 other series I'm here to also read, so I'm like, I gotta do it. I have to do that one first and then go into the other ones.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm waiting. I'm gonna
do
wait
it.
to hear it.
Do it.
Get your text message. Talk about living in New England. Slewfoot by Brom.
Yeah. Is this set in New England?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Colonial New England.
Oh, yeah.
So,
That's
old
spooky
time.
in and of itself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, if you like the whole witches aspect, colonial New England, where witches were burned at the stake, this is a good one. Now, I don't read a lot of male authors. Don't come at me. Don't come at me. But he's actually really good. And I want to read more. I do have another one by him, but I haven't read that one. This one is basically a woman who is trying to fit into that, like, gender role of, you know, I gotta be pure. I gotta, you know, want these, you know, basic, what women want needs.
During colonial times.
Yes.
Yeah.
And slowly but surely, she's, like, kind of feeling a little free-spirited, a little wild, and she's, like, trying to, like, hold herself back from that. At the same time, she's like, it's too tempting. Like, I really just want to be in this. Slewfoot is just, like, seen as, like, a witchy god, I guess.
Okay.
Don't quote me. I don't really know too much about, like, Slewfoot as in, like, the god guy type of thing.
Yeah.
But I think it's like a witchy god of some sort. He does come into the picture later on. The ending is so satisfying. It's so satisfying. I don't want to say feminine rage because it is a guy writing it. But you do get that element of she gets revenge.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't want to spoil anything, but she does get revenge. So if you want...
It's good for her.
Yes. And I was like, oh my God, yes. Yes. And if you like a supportive man or supportive creature, then yes, this one's good.
A supportive devil creature god, maybe?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. This is a good one. It's a good one. And fun thing about Brom is he adds, like, actual pictures.
Oh, that's cool.
Of the characters. Creepy. It's creepy. Yeah. Show and tell type of thing.
Shark baby.
Yeah, it's gross.
Oh, that's
Samson.
Cool. Yeah.
There's my man, Samson.
My man. Yeah.
Yeah, and she looks pretty cool in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed this one.
Yeah, that would be fun for summer.
This is a good one.
Yeah. Next, I also have one that's a little spooky. Yay! Haunted Ever After. Only slightly spooky. I have talked about this one before as well, but this one is basically she goes down to buy a house in one of the Florida Keys. It's called Boneyard Key. It's a very touristy attraction key because the entire island is haunted. Okay, so there's, like, every, like, little storefront is, like, ghost themed and stuff. And so she buys, like, one of the most haunted houses. And then he's also there, and he owns a little, like, coffee shop bakery.
That's cute.
And then later, he's like, no, like, I hear ghosts in my head. And she's just like, ghosts are not real. But then, like, shit starts happening in her house. And so she's like, wait a second. Like, yeah. It's super cute. I would say, like, you could read this during Halloween, but, like, the Florida setting, because they are, like, right on the beach. Like, it's just perfect for, like, a slightly spooky summer read. And this is just really cute. And then book 2 is coming out soon as well. That's on the girl that's doing, like, the ghost tours. But, yeah, I really liked this one. It was just really fun. Only a little bit spooky. So you won't get scared.
Yeah, I added that to my TBR for sure.
Yeah, it was really cute. I love like a beachy setting for like a summer book too.
Yeah,
or
why
like
not?
a tourist town setting. Yeah.
It's fun. Bloom by Delilah S. Dawson. This one's very short, so if you just want to pick up something and like literally this is a one sit read.
Yeah.
It's so short. I listened to this because, you know, I couldn't sit down and read it. It's sapphic and, okay, to this day, I think about the ending. It is terrifying.
Oh my god.
Like, this is actually one of the horror books that actually stuck with me.
Yeah.
On how it ended. It is brutal. I will tell you off camera how it ends.
Yeah, because I don't think I'm gonna read it.
Yeah. So basically the main character, she is like a professor and she's like, I need to do something other than work. So she's like...
Same girl, same.
So she's like, you know, I have no dating life. I don't do anything.
Yeah.
So she ends up going to a farmer's market every weekend. And she sees a beautiful woman working this little kiosk bakery type of thing. She's like, ooh, I'm gonna go up there, you know. She's selling cupcakes, pastries, things like that. She's like, okay. And so every weekend she goes to basically see her and flirt with her. Yeah. And, you know, she's getting the same vibe back. Same energy. Like, ooh, you know, you're kind of cute or whatever. The main character ends up going to her house because she has a lot of boundaries. Okay. Boundaries. She's like, well, you could come over, but there's certain days you cannot come over, like, at all. Okay. Like, you can't go down to the basement. You can't open these doors. Like, it's
That's
like,
a red flag. No.
And so she's basically making the main character feel some type of way, like, do you not want me here, whatever? Yeah. And she's like, no, I do. And things start going downhill so quickly. The way the author packs so much in this little book. Yeah. All I'm gonna say is that woman that she met at the farmer's market is not who she says she is. Well, she doesn't say it, but she's definitely not innocent at all.
Interesting.
Maybe there's some cannibalism in there. Maybe some blood. Some cutting up of body pieces. This was insane. Yeah. It was so cute, and then it turned so quickly.
Damn.
And you're just like, oh yeah. And then it says, when sweet romance turns deadly. I slept fine that day. But I just woke up and I was like, why did it end that way? It is terrifying.
I mean, on the cover, she has like her skin peeled off on that side.
It's terrifying.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's so good. Yeah. Like, I like it. When there's an ending that kind of sticks with me, I'm just like, yeah, that's for sure a 5-star read. Like, this was so good. I recommend.
Crazy, dude.
Yeah, I recommend.
Well, it's short, so you can like read it on the plane or something. To your little beachy destination. It is farmer's market season.
Yeah, farmer's market. That's cute.
Yeah. Exactly. Super cute. Next, I have a very summer one because it's obviously called Summer Romance by Annabelle Monaghan.
I didn't know you read that one.
Yeah, I did. I read this on my honeymoon, actually.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. An acquaintance gave this one to me. It's technically like fiction. It's like romantic fiction. I was like, I don't really read like fiction. Like, I really read more like actual romance. Yeah. But I was like, I'll just bring it because I didn't think I would be very invested in it. And I was like, I'll just read it like here and there on the beach or whatever. And like on the plane and stuff. So yeah, I did read it on my honeymoon. This was really, really cute. I actually liked it a lot. And now I'm kind of like, should I read more of her? It's about a mom. So I don't remember how old she is. She's divorced. Okay. And so she lives like in this big house with her 2 kids. She's a professional organizer, but her house is a mess. Because her life is a mess. Okay. And she's just like, I don't know how to like get myself back after being a mom and being divorced and like being a wife. Right. So she's trying to like get herself back after that. She meets this guy who's just like, he's a little bit younger, but he's also just like, no one takes him seriously. He just like skateboards around. Yeah. Totally someone you would
That's
be
like
like,
the opposite.
do not stay, like,
Yeah.
stay away from this guy.
Yeah.
Like, he's not serious or whatever. And so she's just like, well, maybe if I just have like a little summer fling, I'll get like a little more confidence back. They also live kind of in a little beachy, like touristy area. There's like a little like B&B that's actually here on the beach that they go to sometimes. So it is set in like a little touristy beachy kind of area too. It's just fun. Like, there's so many things about this that I still remember. Like, they do like champagne nights, I think it was.
That's cute.
Where they like, as a whole family, they like go out on, I think, the first night of summer, if I remember correctly, and they like just say their wishes for the summer.
Oh, that's
and
cute.
like the adults like drink champagne.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of cute moments in here. She's also lost her mom, so she kind of like goes through that as well as like wanting to talk to her mom and not having her there. It was very good. She starts out as just wanting to have like a fun summer fling. Yeah.
It sounds wholesome.
Yeah, it is. If you're not looking for anything like too serious, but still like has a lot of like feeling in it and like a lot of heart to it, like, I would definitely try this one out. I definitely enjoyed it. It was a fun honeymoon read.
Never Whistle at Night. This is an Indigenous anthology. I picked this up because I really like anthologies. Short stories are, it's easy to like read through because they're shorter. Read one and then pick it up, put it down. So it's easy. I don't even know where to start with this one because it's all so good. Yeah. There's so many authors in here. There's Tommy Orange. He's pretty popular. Sherry Demeline. I read one of her YA books, The Marrow Thieves. Yeah, that's by her. The Marrow Thieves. I didn't even realize that. I was like, whoa. Tiffany Morris. Yeah, there's a lot of them. And Rebecca Roanhorse. Roanhorse. I can't fucking say these names. Yeah. Like, at all. But yeah, there's a lot of like...
She normally does like fantasy from what I remember, right?
Yeah, a lot of fantasy books. Yeah. There's a lot of freaky things that happen in here. A lot of paranormal things that seem like it's actually like real. Yeah. And obviously Indigenous, they have a lot of folklore that kind of feels like it is real. And anytime someone Indigenous comes up here and says, don't say this, don't say that, I'm like, okay, I will listen. I don't play around with that. I will listen. I think one of my most memorable short stories that I've read from here is about a tick. And I hate it so much. Oh my god. That one stood out to me so much. It is so good because it makes you feel uncomfortable. Yeah. And kind of like...
Yeah. There's a lot of ticks where we live too.
Yeah, that's why I was like, ew. Because like we live in like a woodsy area. Yeah. So I'm just like, I don't want to. There's a lot of good short stories. Yeah. Related to their Indigenous culture. So if you like that and want more Indigenous reads, definitely read this one. Personally, really like anthologies. You get to discover new authors, especially if they're not as known, and you're just like, oh, new writers. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. But yeah, definitely. I have another anthology in my recommendations too.
Well, anthologies I think are also great for like if you are on vacation or something, because you can just like pick up and read like one story and then like go do whatever. Exactly. Yeah. Or you could literally like read them around a campfire at night to spook everybody.
No, honestly, this one, I feel like every story like in there is spooky. Yeah. Spooky, scary.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Freaks me out. I'm like in bed like at night, like is my closet closed? No one's staring at me through the window. I'm good. Yeah, that's how I felt.
I can't do that. No, thank you. I don't even like scary movies.
I fall asleep to scary movies.
Really?
Yeah, I've done it multiple times. Side tangent. Yeah. I used to never be able to watch scary movies. Yeah. And then my college roommates, y'all know who you are, we would do movie nights and they would want a scary movie every single time. And I'm like, okay, sure. I got so desensitized from it that I was so tired from going to classes that day that I would just fall asleep. I would put my head down and just, like, things were happening on the screen. I would put my head down and just...
That's crazy.
Yeah, so now I like scary movies. I guess thank you for that.
Like, I like true crime, but I feel like that's different than, like...
It is different.
Yeah. My next one is My Killer Vacation by Tessa Bailey. This one, she is a teacher. She's literally on vacation. She, like, rents a summer rental house and goes to, like, be on vacation. I think it's the house that, like, she's intending to go rent, where they, like, go inside and she, like, finds a dead body. And then they're like, holy shit, like, who is the killer? Is the killer still in the house? Like, what is happening? And he's, like, this, like, tatted up, like, biker guy. And he kind of, like, also get involved with the whole situation. Because I think he's from the area, if I remember correctly. And so he is, like, also trying to figure out who potentially could be the killer. And also, like, keep her out of trouble, essentially. Because she's like, well, we can figure it out. Like, we'll figure out who did the murder.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So this one's also beachy. She's out at, like, a vacation rental house. So, like, the setting is perfect for, like, a summer read. Yeah, it's just good. I think this is, like, one of my favorite Tessa Bailey ones. Ooh. It's so good. It's getting re-released for traditional publishing this year. I think in the next couple of months or so. So, like, definitely pick it up if you haven't read this one. Because the spice in this one is very good as well. I mean, Tessa Bailey, she always has really good spicy scenes, okay? The MMCs are always really good dirty talkers. So, it has, like, everything you could want, okay? There's a mystery, there's a murder, vacation house, beachy, tatted up biker MMC.
What more can you want?
What more could you ask for? But yeah, I love this one.
Another anthology. Other Terrors. Love it.
Yeah.
I think what spooked me out about this one is how real things can become scary. Real experiences, real situations, real people can do things to you.
Yeah.
But they are fictional stories. So I think that's what stuck to me for every single story in here, is that something can happen and it could actually happen.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's some fictional elements that's like, oh yeah, no, that would never happen. But, like, some things are just like, no, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
That makes sense. I feel like that's scarier almost because it is more, like, realistic.
Some of the authors are Tanana Reeve Dew. I'm sorry if I'm butchering the name. Stephen Graham Jones.
He's also Indigenous.
Alma Katsu. Michael Thomas Ford. There's a mix of it. It's inclusive anthology, so there's queer, there's people of color writing in here. Like, I just...
Let me see. Yeah, read some of the titles.
Idiot Girls. That one. That one was crazy. Mud Flappers.
Scrape. Oh,
yeah.
That just sounds like it's gonna be creepy.
Black Screams, Yellow Stars. The Devil Don't Come with Horns. Tiddlywinks. The Voices of Nightingales.
Where the Love Light Gleams. That almost sounds like a happy one.
It's not. It's not at all.
It seems very spooky.
I don't remember this one being gory, but I could be wrong. I read this quite a while ago, so don't quote me on that either. I just loved it.
Good and spooky. Do I have to include Abby Jimenez in every single video we do? I think so. Okay. Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. I picked this one for summer reads because it is, like, the title, Just for the Summer, and she's a travel nurse, and so they decide to spend their summer on Lake Michigan. They literally rent this little house on an island, like, on its own island in the middle of the lake, and you have to, like, take a boat out there to get there. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. But, I mean, they're traveling nurses, right? So, like, instead of, like, rent or whatever, like, they just pay whatever rent they have to pay to stay there for the summer. This is the one that, like, went around, I think, on TikTok where everyone was, like, crying in the middle of it. So, it is, I mean, it's Abby Jimenez. It is emotionally damaging. That just goes hand in hand. Abby and emotional damage, yes. But,
so, if you want to cry for the summer...
yeah,
definitely pick that one.
Yeah, like a little heartbreak here and there, you know, it's great. I do think, like, it's one of the best ones of hers to read for the summer because it is set, like, literally on the lake. And you get a lot of that, like, lake kind of action and stuff like that. And it mainly takes place over a summer. So, I have to include Abby in, like, every single video.
I'm gonna have to read one because... yeah. You keep talking about Abby.
I know, yeah. I love emotional damage in romance books. Oh, I guess I can read, like, the little like tagline on the back. So it says 4 dates, a kiss, and a breakup. That's all it will take to find their soulmate. Because they think, they both think they're cursed. They both think, so basically how they meet and like how they like find each other and why she decides to go with her friend, like they decide to do their traveling nurse thing in Michigan, is because they're both like, why is it every single person I date and then break up with, right after we break up, the next person they date is the one they marry? So they both think they're cursed, and they're like, okay, we'll date each other to break the curse.
Damn, I would think I was cursed too.
Yeah, and so they agree on doing 4 like real dates and 1 kiss, and then they're gonna go their separate ways, and like works. Then the curse will be fixed.
No, it never works that way.
Yeah,
Absolutely not.
So I love this one. This one was very good. Again, it's very emotionally damaging. I don't know what to tell you. If you want to cry a little bit and be in your feels over the summer.
So I have one that we actually both read.
The one horror book that I've read.
Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson. I love anything written by S.T. Gibson. I have quite a few books by this author, and I loved it. This is following Dracula's wife. First wife. Constanta?
Yeah.
We're struggling, clearly.
It's fine. She's like his first wife, and then he's like, well, what if we like add another because you seem very like melancholic.
Yeah.
Like we'll add another person. And then he just like keeps adding people to their like and expanding their relationship essentially.
And you kind of see her develop these emotions and feelings towards these other partners. And I would say this is polygamy. I was like thinking of the word. The ending kind of leaves it open. Really did like it.
Yeah, I liked it too. What I liked most about it too was I think most of the story, her looking back on everything leading up to what happened to the like culminative moment.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she has these letters that she's writing like separate from her looking back on their relationship.
Yeah.
And having those like little tidbits throughout, it's just like, you know, it's leading up to something. Like the anticipation is there, and you're like, what is going to happen?
Yeah.
Like, and there's a few of those little snippets from the letters in there that are like some of the best quotes that I've ever read.
I'm gonna read 2 of the letters.
Yeah, like the little like snippet.
I thank my Lord that this is when you loved me best, when I was freshly made and still as malleable as wet clay in your hands.
Yeah, because he's poetic. Because he's so manipulative. Looking back and being like this is when we didn't have any problems with our relationship, when like you could make me into whatever you wanted.
Desire makes idiots of all of us, but you already knew that part, didn't you?
Again, just like showing how manipulative he is. It's so good, you guys.
Yeah, it's really good.
I really, really liked it a lot. It is good for her kind of ending, like a little feminine rage. Her writing showing how a relationship can be manipulative and like gaslighting, and like she does such a good job at that. From her being like kind of love bombed, right, and to then her realizing that he's like kind of manipulating her and gaslighting her, and then her also being like too scared to do anything to the end. I think the progression just is so good. She does such a good job of showing that. Yeah, it was really, really good.
So if you like vampires, anything to do with Dracula retellings, this is good.
This kills me how we're going from like horror, and then I'm like, It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. This is my other like favorite Tessa Bailey one. It is set like in a little coastal town too. He's a fisherman. It is in Washington. Inspired by Schitt's Creek, and basically she has to go like fix up this like little bar, a rich girl, and she's just like, I don't know how to do anything, right? And so he like falls for that, obviously. But yeah, he's like a grumpy fisherman. She's just like a little like Hollywood girl. Again, the spice is spicing in this. It's perfect for summer. Obviously, it happens over summer.
It happens
like, I don't know. I don't know what else you want. Read it during the summer, okay? Time for the horror again.
Time for horror. Listen to your sister, Nina Veal. If you've ever seen any Jordan Peele movies, like Get Out, the humor with the horror elements took me out. I was like, I cannot. There were SpongeBob references in here that I was not expecting.
Okay.
At all. I appreciated that because I grew up on SpongeBob. Real things happening. And it's current day, basically.
Okay.
It starts off with a protest and police brutality breaking out, and just a lot of real world things.
Mhm.
Basically, Black experience. The sister, her role basically, her whole life has been to protect her brothers and make sure they don't get killed. As a Black woman with Black brothers, that is her role. And she's like, I feel like I can't live my life. I have to protect them. They're not listening to her. Like, she's basically, listen to your sister. She's like, I want you guys to have a long life. Like, you need to, I'm telling you this. Please just stay safe. And they're just not.
This book sounds like it would give me anxiety. Like, sweaty palms while I'm reading it.
Honestly, yes. I was, oh my god, what the fuck is gonna happen next? Like, the author does a really great job with moving the story forward. Like, something happening in every fucking chapter.
Oh my god.
And I'm just like, oh my god. And in horror books and films, there's always sort of like a villain in it. You would never expect who the villain is. And is that person really a villain, or what is happening? Kind of becomes very sort of paranormal, but not really towards the like middle to end. I was just like hooked. I was like, what is happening? And everything connects from chapter 1 to the end. Like, everything happens for a reason.
Ooh, I like that.
It all connects, and when that does connect, you're just like, what the fuck?
Interesting.
What the fuck?
Next, I have... This is just killing me. Like, okay. It's a perfect mix of, like, whatever you want to read during the summer. We got you. Next, I have Savor It by Tara DeWitt. Again, this one takes place on kind of, like, a little coastal town, like a little lake. There's a lake, but it's also along the coast. And this one is in Oregon, okay? And again, it's like a tourist attraction town. So I also, like, love that because, you know, whenever you go somewhere on vacation and you're like, what if I just moved here? Like, what if I just lived here? You know what I mean? And it's like, they literally live in these towns. They literally live in these little tourist attraction towns. And, like, what a better setting for summer. So she lives in this little town, and she also takes care of, like, a whole bunch of different animals. She's also a teacher. That's not, like, it's kind of, like, mentioned, but it's summer, so, like, she's not currently teaching.
Right.
That's why I was like, does she just take care of animals? He was a hotshot chef in New York. But he kind of, like, blew up his career.
A man who knows how to cook?
Yes. Diggity
dog.
And so he kind of blew up his career. And the person that, like, owned the restaurant that he was originally... Like, he had, like, a Michelin star. And, like... It was crazy, like, that kind of culinary critique. The person that owned the restaurant was like, hey, I want to open up, like, another restaurant in this little town, but I need someone to go, like, set it up and, like, kind of get the menu based on, like, what is local. And so he goes to this little town. And he's like, well, I'm, like, going to be leaving, like, when they're starting to open it and stuff. His niece is also with him, and she's, like, a little bit older. Her mom, his sister, died. And so he's kind of, like, trying to figure out... It's been, like, some time since that happened, so it's more so him trying to figure out, like, how to even be a parent. Like, all of a sudden. And her also kind of navigating, like, having a new parental figure and through her grief and stuff like that. And, like, she also helps with that because she, like, teaches kids that age. So she has, like, some kind of insight. But, yeah, this was really, really cute. Again, it's just, like, a touristy town. So I love that. There's this, like, little festival. And she's like, we should do, like, the race in this festival. And there's, like, trivia and stuff they have to do during the festival. So, yeah, it was super, super cute. I liked it a lot. I love how all of her, like, crazy animals and stuff as well. And she's just, like, a really funny main character as well. But yeah, it was super cute.
Okay, I have another short one. Nothing But Blackened Teeth by Cassandra Khaw. Very short. But so spooky.
Oh my god. It's the short ones, damn.
I know. They pack a punch.
Because
it's so short, but there's so much that happens. And basically, I read this so long ago, so a vague summary is basically the friends gather after years of kind of like being separated. So there's a wedding. Basically, they're together because it's a wedding. And since it's their first time being together, they have like the night before they're like hanging out.
Okay. Yeah.
And they choose this abandoned mansion to hang out. Why, you tell me? I don't know.
Okay.
House haunted. House haunted.
Yeah.
They don't really believe in like superstition or paranormal things. Okay. So they're hanging out. Shit goes south real fast.
Oh my god.
Secrets are coming out. Oh, relationships are like
the drama.
Yeah, there's a lot of drama. Things are going like everywhere. People are getting mad, angry. Some people are trying to like be like the peacemakers.
Yeah. Is this like because
like,
they're all together, or is it like the influence of like the spookiness or the influence of like the demon maybe or something that is like making them spill the tea?
I asked the same question.
Interesting. Okay.
Who knows? This one right here, she's roaming. She's roaming around while things are happening. Okay, and they're like, no, nothing spooky here, nothing spooky. I'm like, first thing, why are you not leaving?
Yeah.
Why are you not leaving?
Why are you even there?
Yeah. Why are you not leaving? The ending, kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Again, if you really want just like a short read for the summer, you kind of want something spooky.
Again, like a spooky house.
Good one. Yeah, this is a good one. I was terrified after I read this. I was like, she better not be popping up in my vision at night because I cannot.
No.
It's like giving Grudge energy. I hate The Grudge.
Yeah.
I hate it so much.
That sounds scary, but that one actually kind of sounds interesting.
No, it is interesting because of the drama.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen The Grudge?
I don't think I've seen all of it.
Like any version? Because like there's an American version and then there's like the Japanese version.
Yeah, no, those are scarier, right? So no.
They are scarier, and I watched it.
Oh my god.
When I tell you, I think what freaked me out was the silence of the film. Because it's very quiet. And you know things are going to happen.
It's like the dread.
Yeah. It's just so quiet. And the child, it's just, So it does give Grudge if you like The Grudge.
Another fun summer read. Problematic Summer Romance by Ali Hazelwood. This one is Age Gap. This one is connected to Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood, which is also really good. That one is relatively short as well, and I also really, really enjoyed that one. And so I read them one right after the other because I knew characters from this one were also in Not in Love. So in Not in Love, it's the guy main character's sister and then his best friend. Yeah. And so, it's also like brother's best friend kind of romance. So basically, again, this is good for summer because they're literally like in Italy.
Italy?
Yeah. Isn't that like a great great summer setting?
That is good.
Okay.
That is good.
And they're literally like on the coast.
By the water and everything?
Yes. Like get into it. You wish you were there. Okay. So yeah, it's Age Gap. And he always saw her as just like, his like best friend's like little sister or whatever. And then she is like studying school abroad in Britain before like this trip. She gets into kind of like a pickle, and her and her brother are not that close. They didn't have a really great relationship, and then he had to take care of her when she was a teenager. And she was a very bad teenager. Yeah, she got into a lot of shit. Yeah. So they have a strained relationship, but something happens and she's like, I need to just talk to somebody that I know. And so she calls her brother's company. He ends up taking the call, and he's like, well, he's not here. He's like literally on a flight. And then he's like, well, I can't, like, obviously something is wrong. I can't leave her hanging because this is my best friend's little sister. Like, he would kill me if anything happened to her, right? And so he like talks to her and stuff. And then the next day he like literally shows up in Britain. And she's like, what the fuck? Did you just like fly from the US? Like, how did you even know where I was? Like, I don't even understand. But yeah, he shows up. So they kind of have this thing of like, they just kind of start talking. Like after they had that first meeting, they kind of just start talking. They kind of like get a little bit closer and stuff. But then he is kind of like, you're too young, and like kind of pushes her away. Now on this trip, it's her brother getting married from Not in Love. Okay, and they're together on this trip. They rented out a whole like Italian like house for like
is it kind of like a villa type of thing?
The main wedding party to stay in. and now they're kind of like thrust back together.
That sounds cute.
Yeah, it's so good. Okay, like she is fucking hilarious. There's so many jokes, like age jokes in this book. And it's just like, yeah, she just gives him a hard time like the entire time. It's really funny.
I don't want to read that one.
Yeah, you should. You should definitely read this one. I think this and Not in Love are my 2 favorite Allie Hazelwood books.
Ooh.
Like top tier. Yes. Yes. This was literally so good. And they're in Italy. And it's over the summer. And they're just like, oh, I want to go there. I want to be at this little villa. It's so good. Definitely, you need to read this book this summer. It's new. It's Allie. Also, stop fucking bullying Allie Hazelwood, you heathens. We love her.
Shame on you.
Shame.
Shame.
But yeah, definitely pick this one up because it is like the epitome of a summer romance book.
The Hacienda.
Yes.
Isabel Cañas. Another Mexican Gothic horror.
Yeah.
I don't know. You got to get into it. Yeah. I enjoyed this so much. Another haunted house one. It's set 1820s Mexico. Okay. And this takes place in like a ranch house, basically. The main character basically has to marry to, you know, have some type of property and, you know, all that jazz or whatever. She's like, I feel like I'm going crazy in this house because no one is thinking anything spooky or paranormal is happening. And she's like, I'm not crazy.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I know there's something in this house and it needs to, like, be exorcised.
Okay.
And then the hot priest.
The hot priest. And then the hot priest comes in.
Yup. And then she's like, I need help because 2 priests go and this older guy is like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
There's nothing in here. We blessed the house, whatever.
Okay.
But you do get the sense of, like, people, like, there's something that people know about this house.
Like, everyone's in on something.
Yes.
And, like, she's not in on it.
Yeah. And she's like, I'm gonna go insane. Like, I cannot sleep at night. I haven't been able to sleep. And then the young priest is like, yeah, the minute I stepped in this house, I felt something was off. Mind you.
Dun, dun, dun.
There's a lot of backstory that I'm not gonna get into. But he is connected to this house in some way.
The young priest? Interesting.
Her husband, no bueno. Not good. Not good.
Interesting.
And he might be one of the reasons why this house is haunted. Oh.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, there's so much in this.
I feel so like good.
Is this kind of like is everyone trying to make her seem like she's crazy?
It kind of feels that way.
Are these things actually happening?
It kind of feels that way, but these things are actually happening.
Yeah. Okay, interesting.
And she's like, I don't know why people are acting like nothing is happening.
Yeah.
It's spooky. There might be a little bit of love interest between her and the priest. I don't know. I don't know, but I liked it. I enjoyed this. Yeah. This was so good. I listened to it.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah.
If you listen to this audio, there's 2 narrators because there's dual POVs for this. The ending. Oh my god. I think about the ending.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
this literally sounds like a spooky tale that you would tell around a campfire.
Yeah, the way the author writes that is lush. You're just like immersed into the story.
Yeah.
I loved it. It's one of like my favorites.
So we got you covered, okay?
Yeah.
If you want like cute summer romance or if you want like a little spooky summer vibes, spooky campfire vibes. So yeah, hopefully you found something that you would like to read this summer. Definitely all good recommendations.
Yes, okay? All of them.
If you pick one of these, it's going to be a good book.
Yes.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah. I'm glad I got to like talk a little bit about horror.
Yeah.
Because it's a recent thing within like the past 2 years, I think.
Yeah.
2-3 years maybe
that you've read horror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, yes. And it all started with Mexican Gothic too.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Yay.
So good. But yeah.
We'll have more, I'm sure, for like Halloween.
Yes.
More like spooky stuff from you. Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, thank you for watching. And
have a good summer.
Yes. Have a good summer. Yes.
Hopefully the weather is better where you are.
Enjoy the sun.
Yeah.
When you can.
Yeah.
Because this is ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
Ridiculous. Well.
Okay, bye.
Bye.